Hey guys, this is Jay. Welcome to episode 33 of the Atlanteans. I'm here with Joe and Alec. How you guys doing?
Hello, I'm doing awesome. How about you,
Hey,
Joe?
Jay, I'm painting 12 boarding party right now. I've already painted 5. This is it's like the first batch painting I've done in all of this edition. So,
What? What? So you've already done 5 and you're doing 12 more? How does that work out? Are,
I'm counting the unit attachments. Is that
okay.
what you mean?
Uh, okay.
Okay. So are they units of 5 or the units of 3?
Units of 5, and then I have 2 UAs.
Okay. So you'll have another one at some point down the road, maybe.
Probably. I mean, maybe, I guess.
Yep.
We'll see. It would be
Do
a
you
lot. I cut the hands off. I did some like modding to them, so they're carrying the UAs are carrying uh the shaman like staves, like
Yeah,
spirit shaman staves, so they look pretty cool.
very
It
cool.
probably makes them illegal, but I don't think anyone will care.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I've been painting. Finally got the hounds, my second unit of shock trooper gunners, and my Korovnik, the mercenary attachment guy. I finally got them done. They turned out pretty good. Um,
Nice.
and I
You getting close
started.
to fully painted?
Uh, so I have 44 models left for Winter Corp. Most of them Winter Corp infantry and sniper guys.
Okay.
I've 44 model.
44?
44. Yeah. So I have.
Okay, but they're all the like little guys. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, there's them. There's 3 heavy jacks, including Razor. There's Vilcool and Yana. There's a couple of solos, and
There's
then
some cool stuff in there then. Yeah.
Behemoth when he shows up, hopefully next week, and my Colossal has to get finished.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's still some cool stuff. It's going to be a little bit mind numbing at times. The Winter Corp infantry units, especially there's one Winter Corp infantry unit. It's like every guy in the unit is basically wearing white on all of his cloth, and so
Oh
that's
wow.
not going to be great. So my snipers, I
Yeah.
have 2 units of snipers. One of them have green uniforms and white cloaks. The other ones are also all snow white camoed. And then I have a unit of Winter Corps infantry that are all white, and a unit that's all green. That both have to get painted. And then somehow I got my hands on a unit of the drudges, which I have to do some conversion work to be a 3rd unit. And I need to pick up a standard bearer for
You're
them.
gonna play them as Winter Core though,
Yeah.
not as drudges.
I'm gonna
Cool.
de-drudge them somewhat. I'm gonna leave some of the drudge detail on them, but I'm gonna de-drudge them somewhat. And because it's a Winter Corps infantry unit with a rocket launcher and a heavy machine gun, and so
Nice.
I'll just use those
Checks
2,
out.
and then I need to pick up a standard bearer to go with them.
When we get to talking about Mark 4.5, I'll tell you
Yeah,
about my game against the Winter Corps infantry.
yeah. I definitely I have two questions for you, and that's one of them. So, all right.
Alec,
So
what are you
Alec,
painting? Are
what?
you painting at all, or
Let's see. What have I haven't been painting. I've been 3D printing.
mm,
oh, nice.
Still?
And yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to do 2 different things. I'm trying to print an entire Pharaoh army for a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Nice.
I'm also trying to print a Pharaoh army for myself that I will
Oh,
then
sick.
paint and use at the game
Are
store.
are you
Go ahead.
trying to use the method I showed you that I talked about, where it lets the head cool down with the box?
Yes.
Is it working?
So one of the um no. So
No.
instead what I did is I just filled the plate with um and it's not necessarily the head that needs to
Mm-hmm.
cool down, it's the layer line, the previous
Yeah.
layer line needs to
Of
cool down.
plastic. Yeah. Absolutely.
Um so what I did instead is I just filled the plate with minis, and then it has
That
to
makes
go
sense,
back and
right?
forth between 25 minis, and then it worked.
Okay.
Yeah, that checks
So
out.
it's just
That makes sense
it
to
was a
me.
different it was a different way to make it work, but
Yeah.
doing single with the box didn't work.
Gotcha.
Um, but that's whatever. Yeah, so I'm And then the person who I'm printing the Pharaoh army for has now asked if I will paint the entire thing for him for Bokor.
Ugh.
Ugh,
So
that's
I
that's a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool, but yeah, it's a big ask. God
Well,
bless you.
he said he's perfectly okay with me speed painting them, and
Okay.
so I'm gonna do 5 colors per piece, except for the Warcaster, which will get
Yeah.
or not Warcaster, but Warlock will get
Right.
full detail. But yeah, I'm just printing. I started sizing up. I was talking with him, and he's like, "Can you make the piggies different sizes?" I was like, "100% I can make them bigger sizes, so they're unique." So some of the pieces are bigger for the units, but they still fit on the base.
Yeah.
Some of
Oh,
the
interesting. Okay.
the warhogs are bigger, or the roadhogs or it's bigger or smaller, or so it looks gives some variety to it,
It's good.
which
Okay.
I think is fun.
Natural like variation in people, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's neat.
Yeah.
Very
So that's
cool.
what I've been up to, and then I've been arguing with my insurance company over all the stuff that they broke for
I don't have
the
too much
move here.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess I can say so. I They broke $26,000 in Warmachine stuff.
Wow.
It was like 26,500 and something, and I was just like, well, that's part of the claim. That's not even the entire claim. But that's fine. I'm gonna hold them to either find the old minis that they broke or pay the replacement value for them.
And that, yeah, I guess that's not like part of it. Some of those things have actually increased in value, right? As they've gotten rarer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Old Witch 3 has.
yeah.
The Dracodile has. Trying to think. There's a couple other things that have
Yep.
increased in value. And I'm like, well, that's on you guys. A bunch of my Grimkin stuff has increased in value
Yeah, I was
because
gonna say the Grimkin, like the house, right? Like, I don't know if you had it, but
the what do you call it? The Death Knells. Both my Death Knells got just demolished.
Mhm.
Their battle engine.
Oh, okay.
My Storm Crows, or not Murder Crows. My Murder Crows got broken, and those were plastic, so they had like no chance, and they were just in pieces. So that's just going back and forth. The insurance adjuster has to come out next week, and he's like, I just kind of want to look. And I was like, it's sure. I gave you pieces. I sent you pictures of pieces. I was like, but this is what they are. And he's like, it's fine. I just have to look like my boss requires. I was like, sure, that's fine. So that's between doing that and teaching the kids and
You got a full life.
shoveling the roof.
Shoveling snow. God.
Oh, yeah. I think you should come up here too, Joe.
Nope.
I
Nope. No
think you would
thanks.
love it. It's
I
a
didn't want
winter
to, and then
hike.
you moved there and really showed me that I didn't want to.
Hey, look, the snow that comes up to my 5-foot fence, you can finally see the top bar of my 5-foot
Oh
fence
my
because
gosh.
there was a little bit got up into the low 30s, and it kind of
That's
melted a little
ridiculous.
bit. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Got some my medical stuff taken care of in the past couple of days. Well, started to get it taken care of, and I'm looking forward to 2 new knees and them fusing 6 vertebrae in my back. That's gonna be awesome.
Wow.
I'm gonna be
The wrong word, Alec,
RoboCop.
but I understand.
But I've been watching a lot of War Table games, which is fun. And then I've
Oh,
even
that is
been
fun.
playing in War Table games. I've been playing about 3 War Table games a week, sometimes more.
Cool.
Wow, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I won with Menoth. So
You did, yeah. We've been playing in the team lead, and you did us proud.
I did. I did. I recorded that, and I will get that. I'll get the first week as well as the second week edited. I'll do like a full of it, a full one, and then I'll do like a clips for like the highlights. But that's one of the things I have to get to editing. Yeah. So how did you do in this league so far? I guess, do you want to explain what it is? What we're talking about with the team league?
Sure. So we've been playing in the Null World Team Face-Off, the WTF, which is an online league run by Tyrants on the Field Joe, through the Delaware Warmachine Discord, and it's it's a massive team tournament. It's 5-man team tournament, WTC style. Not that I really know what that means. We're playing as the Atlanteans, so it's me, Jay, Alec, JD, and Matt. Did I get everybody?
Yep.
And this event is like absolutely stacked. I think it has like all the American WTC teams are in it, or at least a couple of them. Like
They are. They're
the
not all.
UK team that won last year is in it,
and one of the other UK teams that was there last year.
Yeah.
There's at least one other European WCT team. I forget.
Swiss?
Are they Swiss or Finns? I forget. I thought there was a Finn team. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of top tier players.
Sorry,
it's Finns.
It's Finland.
There's a lot of top tier players, and then there's also just a bunch of the really good guys that didn't go to WTC that dominate the US meta. The US are also playing in the league and creating teams. So.
Yeah, it's a tremendous Shark Tank.
It is. And then there's teams like us that are a little less experienced. Our first round,
we played, chill.
Yeah, we played against the indie guys in the first round, and I felt like they were a little more chill than like we were. Some of them were like the guy I played was a little newer. He still beat me soundly, but I mean, he didn't beat me soundly. It was a close game, and I clocked, and he had 6 seconds left on his clock. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was a real game. Yeah, they're more on our level, though, I think. Right? Like more. Yeah. I mean, they're prepping for like local team events too, I think. But yeah, more our speed.
Yep. So yeah.
And then who did we play this week?
We played. I don't remember off the top of my head. My opponent was pretty good. He knew what he was doing, and it was a really bad matchup for him. He played in he picked the wrong one of his two lists. He picked the Lilith with the Chimera, and he played into Sakura when like half her army ignores his feat and her special abilities. So it was just a really bad matchup and pairing for him.
Who did we play?
So we played. Okay, yeah, we were playing the League of Underestimated Gentlemen. So I think this is a mercenary team. I should have asked, but I think
I know the leader. Leader is a New Yorker. The guy I played is not a New Yorker yet, a New Jersey guy. He's going to be at Boker. Boker is his local event. But I don't think all of them are New Jersey.
This last year, and he organized the mercenary team there. So I know him that way.
Yeah, it looks like South Carolina, Jersey, Utah.
Yeah, so they're probably a mercenary team. Yeah.
They're cool. Jay, you played the captain, Jake, and who did you play, Alec? You played Crucible Guard.
I played Anthony, and he was a lot of fun to play. It kind of fun because he's a podcast listener. Hello, Anthony, and he knew everything I was going to try to do with both Krios and Resnick, because that's who I'm playing.
You guys played the big base battle of like.
We did. That's what he wanted. Like, I thought he was probably going to pull his list, and he was going to have the 2 battle engines, the Vulcan and Gearheart. And I was thinking about putting Krios into it, but I was like, no, I think Resnick's going to do better. And Resnick did, in fact, do better into it. I did win. So
I remember looking at your game, and there was like, what's the colossal called?
The Vulcan.
yeah, there's a Vulcan, and it has 2 battle engines, one on either side, and they're lined up right across from 2 Judicators, and it's like it's about to be a party. It was pretty
Well,
fun.
I think it wouldn't have been as bad for him, except so the Vulcan was able to use all of its weapons, but the Rayless, their main gun is magical if you pick the right shot or the correct shot, and that wasn't able to do what it needed to do to the Judicators, and then the Judicators got into melee combat and they did what Judicators do. Like
Yeah, it
you let
wasn't a shootout. It
Judicators
was like
charge you.
Judicator just getting after it, right?
Yeah, I mean it was power and strength 23 going into armor 19, and I'm coming in there with all of the attacks on the charge, and that's not the best. It's not the best way you want to deal with Adjudicator, especially when Hymn of Battle's up, because like I said, that's power and strength 23. It was a lot of fun. Him and I have already talked that we want to try to replay or possibly play a different list.
That's cool.
And it was nice to win because that was the first win for Menoth in the tournament. So
Great
yay!
speed. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that's the positive direction because I did lose last week, and I'm hoping I win next week and I continue to do great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. I think the our whole team's been having fun with it.
Yeah, we won our second round, so that was awesome. Like, we'll see what happens next. We're in the same bracket now as the team that won the WTC last year, so that could happen.
You think that's in our luck is to get them?
No,
Maybe,
I think we get.
possible.
I think we get the EH team, and that means we're playing against Luke and Travis and Ryan and Paul.
Oh
and
God,
Mark.
Yeah, that's a WTC team. That's an American
It is.
WTC team, right? Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm like, oh, do we want to play against Europe WTC or American WTC? Like, joy.
Yeah, I think round 2 is going to be a beating, but that's okay. It's still fun. Like round 3, if it ever happens.
Yeah, round 3.
Yeah, if it ever happens, exactly.
I get to do the pairings for round 3.
Ooh.
Won't that be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have
never
faith
done
in
it
you.
before. I think we'll figure it out, but it's definitely going to be some learning. I don't know. Don't blame me when you lose your matches. That's all I have to say. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea.
I will lose my match all on my own.
Alec, I think I'm just going to put you down on the most clear line of sight table I can, so you can just judicate to your heart's content.
You know what? That works. That works so well. I mean, if you put me on a bad table, what I might do is just drop Krios and just sandpit the entire table. Because I mean, is that a fun game for my opponent? Probably not. But is there a chance I'm gonna win? Also, probably not.
Not okay. Oh man.
But Joe,
but yeah,
tell us about your experiences with it so far. How'd your games go? What'd you learn?
I played 2 games. The first one is into to Mitch from he's not in Florida. He's in Indy. I was in Florida. So Mitch and I played over Christmas in the December null. Mm-hmm. And he was very gracious and granted me my first ever Shadow Tongue assassination. And so this time, so he's a very, very nice guy. Fun to play against. Good opponent. Gracious in victory and defeat. This time I played Boggity Bomb into him, and I also killed him with Boggity Bomb top of 3. So we did some like positioning and jockeying, and he went just a little bit too far forward, and I went and got him. So it was fun though. He said his next round it's not going to happen a third time, which I absolutely believe. I guess maybe a thing to say is I'm still playing Boggity Bomb or Bugatti Bomb, or however you want to say it, and I think I'm assassinating with him a lot more this year. in part, I think his feat is a little more conducive to assassination. So that's been a
Are you
change.
enjoying that?
It's different. It's not a thing I usually do. So it's not a thing I thought was viable at all with his last list, but I think it's okay with this one, and I've tweaked my list in a couple of ways to make it a little bit better at the assassination. So
That's cool.
definitely I'll be looking for that.
Awesome.
My second round was into charming dude from the League of Misfit Gentlemen. I'm forgetting his name. His screen name is Matman X. If I could find the game, I could probably find it. Nice dude out of Iowa. He's playing Lanissa with. He's playing OU, and so he had Galena with a Colossal, a Gorger, and I mean Galena's a pretty scary list. Like that, I think the defense feat is more relevant than ever. Her threat ranges are really good. She's the one that got Wild Aggression, great spell.
Yep.
So tricky matchup. The highlight of this for me was Kruger soloing the Starved. Just the dice were a little bit hot, but not that hot. But yeah, he killed the Starved by himself.
That's insane.
And yeah, it felt really good. It's hard to feel bad about that. He didn't Mortal Fear, which helped. If he had Mortal Feared, I probably wouldn't have done it. Yeah. So, but I don't know, it was fun. I'm looking forward to the next team. Like, we're getting some real high quality games, and it's fun to like root for everybody on the team and like see how we're doing and strategize and all that stuff in the background. Definitely enjoying it.
It sounds like you're having a lot of fun with Mark 4.5.
Yeah, I'd say
what
so.
We're calling it?
I was pretty mopey about it at first, I think. I don't know if that came across, but I wasn't that thrilled about it. But, just getting some actual games in and playing it on the table, it feels pretty good. I'm enjoying it. What do you guys think? How do you feel?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. Meta stock goes way up.
Yep.
I'm doing much better this year than I did last, so that's pretty nice. But I also like it's not just about us doing better, but some of the cooling some of the other factions down a little bit to make it more reasonable for people. I think that's nice. I still think the lethality is pretty rough out there. Playing into Crucible Guard, they are monsters. Like they did not get taken enough taken away. Like, oh yeah, let's not remove one mat from all of their stuff and let them just go in and still just beat face.
Yeah, did they have their? Did he have the unit of the? Oh, what are they called? The guys that have the cloaks and the meta and like they used to be an 80 unit that would like throw corrosive effects on jacks and stuff like that, but now they're like a support unit. Did he have that unit with him in his list?
Let me pull up his list real quick. He had.
So that unit got stupid because it basically can apply additional continuous effects to the weapons of the models in its army. It can apply magic, corrosion, and you can do multiple. So like the battle engine can shoot you, and you get 4 or 5 continuous effects in a single hit.
Yeah,
and then the character unit and Gorman can shoot you. They can use the ammo type that blows up, and you get an extra d6 of damage for every continuous effect on your unit.
That sounds so dirty.
Yeah. So
and then they rust you first. Don't forget they're gonna take -2 armor on you first. Right. That's the first thing.
That's step number 1. Oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, it's definitely still lethal out there. Like, I don't,
I
agree with what you said, Alec.
The assault troops are still like Mat 7, and I was like, man, these things are powerful. And they have like, Alchemical Kess, Ashen Veil, and Carapace. By the way, I don't think anything but Menos should have Ashen Veil, and I will die on that hill. Also, they have Flame Burst. They took Flame Burst from Exemplar Cinerators, but these guys get to keep it. definitely not salty at all about that whatsoever.
I was gonna say they are a legacy faction, but so are you. So I guess.
Yeah.
They're like a kind of legacy faction now,
Yeah.
right? They're like
Well,
they've gotten
Yeah,
their
they're
glow
getting that
up.
new. But no, I had a lot of fun playing against him. But yeah, it was. I'd played against Crucible Guard in Mark III, and I did pretty well against them. They are definitely much more powerful at 4.5.
I would agree with that.
It was good. It actually made me think about contacting one of my buddies from Germany that now lives in the States and being like, "Hey, do you still got that Crucible Guard army? If you do, you let me know." But I feel like Sheila would kill me if I bought a new army right now.
And you could print it, right?
Oh, I could print it. Oh.
No need for that pig army, Alec. Just get on the Crucible Guard bandwagon.
Well, I'm not even planning on playing the pig army. That I'm planning on printing and painting it for the game store up here, Phoenix and Griffin Games, so that we can have multiple like loner armies in the store. So I'll just like speed paint it because it'll be good stuff for the other channel, and just doing like quick things and then get those into the store so they're behind the glass and on the shelf, and then people can borrow them out so we can get Warmachine going up here in the Watertown area.
Wasteland. Yeah,
because I can also print all the terrain and just get it all done, and that's what my goal is. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do the new, it's not called Tribes, is it Frontier?
Yeah, I think it's Frontier.
It's Frontier. It's Frontier, but the thing it's through is the tribe.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna do that. So I'll get all 3 armies, and that way I can, print them at my time and then paint them. Just for like I said, it'll be stuff for the channel, but it'll also be stuff for the game store, so we can have, 4 painted armies there. Because I'll be able to basically do all of Crucible Guard. I think most of Pharaoh between this month and last month for the monthly thing, and then I'll be able to do.
There's a lot still to come out for Pharaoh.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm still going to be subscribing, so it'll be fine.
And I'm subscribed as well, so.
Yeah, and then I'll be able to do the Frontier and get Infernals, Grimkin, and Crucible Guard, and it'll work. And I like the idea. As I've been messing around with these Pharaoh and sizes, I just like the idea of kind of messing with war beasts. Like Warjacks, I feel like they would all be the same, but making one war beast bigger or smaller, it's fun.
Could have a runty little troll,
Yeah, it'd just be. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And that's my what I'm doing, or my plans are.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, the ability to print out loner armies seems really solid. From a recruiting perspective, right? I mean, if at some point you could even just give them to people, but
right.
I mean, I don't know how much the resin costs.
That's actually what some of the other podcast guys have talked about doing is just printing out the 30-point command starter and just giving that to a new person and being like, here's your starting force.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because you've been doing FTM, right? So you're on hard mode a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Man, trying to do that Eilish Garrity took a little bit because the model that they released, the free one, that you had to subscribe to the potential release coming out, was only supported. So supported are for resin models, and that was difficult because I was printing an FDM. So I had to go and go into the actual model with the slicer and cut off some supports. I had to leave some on because I couldn't get them to cut out. And then I enabled manual supports or I enabled automatic supports on one print and manual supports on another to see which one I could get to work the best. And funny enough, the automatic supports actually worked better than what I was manually doing. So I guess the algorithm knew better than me at some point. But I got that printed out, and then it was supposed to get warmer, and by warmer I mean like 41 up here, and I was gonna spray paint stuff, but that didn't
I know
happen.
that. Yep.
So I think we got up to like 31. Oh boy. So my plan actually tomorrow is I'm gonna take 2 different space heaters down into the garage or into the basement. I'm gonna try to warm up
Heat the
my
basement up.
basement. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it to like 55 degrees, maybe. And then I'm just gonna prime a whole bunch of stuff, and that way I'll have some stuff to paint.
Nice. I think you can spray it outside as long as you keep the can warm inside and then bring it in immediately, but I'm not 100% sure. You're in a really cold weather, it may not work for you.
Does that count
Yeah.
at -7? Because
Yeah, and that's the
I'm
thing,
just
right? I have no
wondering.
idea.
So I've
Yeah.
primed it at sub-0 degrees before. You basically just, as Joe said, put them on a box top, take them outside, spray them, bring them back inside, and I set them on top of my microwave right next to the door in my kitchen, and that's where my stuff dries. So
Okay. I didn't know if spray painting at,
the
negative.
models in the can have to be the indoor temperature. They go outside, and you can, if you spray them quickly and then come back inside, the temperature on them won't change enough that it'll affect them.
Okay. Well,
It
I'm
shouldn't.
still gonna heat up the
Yeah,
gonna
worth a
heat up the
test for
basement.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I figure I'll just have everything set aside and just go down to the basement and warm it up. Man, it's so cold up here.
Yeah.
I am not
it,
envious
Like
of
I
you.
said, yeah, not envious of that.
See, I think you would like it though, Joe. You're all about the outdoor life, hiking and snow fishing and climbing mountains in snowshoes. Like
But
that's
it's sweet. You
great.
can do a lot of outside things without it being frigid, right?
That's true. It's true. Yeah. It's oof.
All right.
Ah.
Jay, how are you liking the new K-Door?
Winter Corp. I mean, I like them a lot.
Yeah, the new Winter Core. Yeah.
I played a lot of games with them. I'm still sort of trying to settle on what I want to play. I think after my game today with Yana, I think I've sort of decided that she's not quite as good as Sakura, and so I might give her one more go in the near future, and then settle on either Sakura, Severin, or Yana. And then for my other pair, I still have to play Borisyuk with the Colossal and Vilcool with Behemoth when he comes out. So I'll probably pick one of those two as my other pair. I probably will pick Vilcool with the Behemoth just because I want to play with the Behemoth, and I think with superiority it gives him enough hitting power and flexibility that he's able to be maybe. So I played a bunch of games with Behemoth when the rules first came out, and I tried him in a couple different lists, and he basically always was so fragile because if the other side ever got an alpha into him, it might take 2 jacks to kill him, but he's still dying. If they can get even a little bit of resources into him, he's still gonna, even at arm 22, he's not he's easy to hit, and if you go in with like Crix with like +4 and your PAL 22, he just dies. And it's very hard for him to get his points back, especially into people with lots of shield guards like Crix and Dusk. Um, I don't know. I mean, I think that Vilcool and her 18-inch, she basically has the same 18-inch threat that Boggity Bomb does. She does it a little differently. But she still has that. I'm going to get there. She's probably not getting there with 12 attacks or 14 attacks like Boggity Bomb does, but she gets there and she debuffs your armor if you're living by 4.
Yeah, her attacks are higher damage and higher mat, so
Right.
they count more. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. I think she could be really cool with them. I think that the list could be interesting because you can put stuff like Nastilla and Apparition in, and have a bunch of angles of threat that aren't normal for a Khador army. Did either of you guys listen to the most recent Battle Driven podcast where they talked about Kithgard?
Battle driven. I did. They
It's
seemed
Rikers, yeah.
like they seemed afraid. I felt
Right.
bad for them. I don't know.
Really, you felt bad for them? Really?
Well, I don't know.
I don't have any experience with them at all, obviously, but they sound really scary. The 2 casters that they talked about sound really scary to me.
God.
The fact that they can just pull their army off the table and redeploy the whole thing in the middle of the game with one caster, and the other caster has like Carnage, and even though she's a 12-inch control range, it's also 6 inches from all of the tunnels that she puts out, and she basically has Carnage on the whole table every turn. And you can't do anything about the token about the holes because they're tokens and not defenses like they were originally when they showed them off in the preview. So they can't be removed by your opponent. They can't stand on them. You can't move on them. Yeah.
I don't know. I refuse to be shell shocked by a faction that has like 4 released models. You know,
yeah.
like.
Yeah, I think
we'll
as
see
time
what
goes,
happens with them.
I think you're gonna have to worry about them in Adepticon. Because
I don't think so.
Well, the command starter will be out. Is out now. The command starter and I think the battle box are out now. The battle box might be coming out at the beginning of March. So they'll have their beasts, they'll have the command starter, they'll have all the frogs, and 2 of their casters. So I don't know, might not be enough, and they'll probably release a bunch more stuff at Adepticon.
So. Yeah, I mean, people might play him, but I don't know. I'm not calling a boogeyman based on the command starter, right? Like it's and the battle box. We'll see. I want to see him on the table.
Get it?
Just like a lot of unknowns, right? Like they don't seem like the kind of faction where it will be easy to understand how all of their things interact without playing them.
It feels like they're going to be even more complex than Gravediggers, which is an interesting path choice.
Yeah,
supposedly they're going to be the hardest faction to play, but also the has the most potential for crazy stuff.
But see, I like the idea of every faction being different, like very different, not just a little bit different.
Yeah, I think they're nailing that with this for sure.
I don't know. I think too much complexity is a bad thing, but that's my approach to gaming. So, I don't know. I'm holding to see. I mean, the models are. I'm not a big fan of the jungle fighter aesthetic, but the beasts look pretty cool. Hilarious. Like I really like the Blind Blood infantry, but I don't like their beasts. Their beasts are a little too goofy for me. It's the other way so far from what I've seen with Kithgard for me. I like their beasts a lot. I think they're really cool looking. But I really don't like any of the infantry I've seen so far.
Just too goofy.
Even the little guys that climb and pop out of the holes?
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're okay. I think the I don't like the regular troll bloods. I like the little trolls. I forget what they're called. They're kind of cool looking. The guys that pop out of the holes.
The trapdoor guys. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it'll probably be interesting. I'm sure it'll be a different thing. But like Gravediggers hasn't. I mean, I still have never encountered a Gravediggers player except for you, Alec, and you haven't really been playing them. I've never ever been paired up with one, so I don't know. I don't know if Gravediggers was. I mean, it sounds like a lot of people got them, but I don't know if a lot of people like continued to play them after they realized how complex they are. And they changed a lot in the most recent update, so I don't know. I haven't seen that many people
They
playing.
did. I played them into one of my friends from Germany the other day. I don't think they were. I was nervous that they got nerfed, but they didn't get nerfed as bad as I thought.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I'm trying to rework with them. I feel like the field gun still needs some love.
You do?
That's what most people
Yeah,
complain
It's
about.
so
Is the
cool
field gun.
now. Yeah.
It needs more. But hey, remember I thought Boggity Bomb needed more love too. So no one listens to me.
Nope.
Yeah.
But
Well,
also,
your adjudicators
I
got
wanted.
cheaper again. Didn't that
Yeah,
happen for like the third time? Like,
it is.
Yeah.
It's I keep asking for it, and just so you know, I'm gonna ask for adjudicators to drop an additional point because taking our flamethrowers, our sprays from 10 to 8, I feel like really hamstrung us. So I feel like
Well, that's why you
we
got the
should be a
point that you
20.
have. That's
I
why you
feel
got the
like we
point
should
that
be a
you have.
26 point.
No.
I feel like we should be 26 points.
like
Adjudicator
18 points after a couple of years, right?
Adjudicator with its like 60 damage or whatever it has, being 3 points more than Behemoth with his 36. No, that is not allowed to happen. With his guns that are far superior in every way, except for they don't get boosted shots. I mean, no.
Okay, fine. You can keep the same points, but have the Reliquy give us +1 to attack, or not +1 attack. Give it back to attack and damage instead of just damage, and then we can keep it at 27 points.
And it goes up to 29.
Love it. Why not lower, Alex? Make it a 20 point. It's just a super heavy, right? Like,
I know, really. I mean, maybe 20 points, 20 total for it. If Jay could throttle me right now, I know he would.
I have a paintbrush in my hand. Don't make me throw it at you. Don't make me stick it down your throat. 'Cause I will. I mean, it'll be a long drive, but yeah. All right.
Yeah,
luck
it's
in
only
the snow,
16
Jay.
hours. Yeah.
I was born in a snowstorm. I was born in Minnesota, so there was a giant snowstorm the morning I was born. I actually like snow for the most part.
The canonical tale.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Joe, you've been playing some other games and other leagues, and we sort of talked a little. You played it into Winter Corp yourself recently, and I'm interested to know about that game, and then I also have a question about something you said, and something I think Riker said in his most recent cast after you played that game. So go ahead, let's talk about the game first, and then I'll ask my question.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna add one observation before I talk about that.
Sure.
So we talked about I think that so there's efforts to tone down the lethality in the game, at least in terms of hitting.
Yeah.
And that does translate over into damage indirectly. I think the thing that I didn't realize when they made this change is that they also removed people's easy access to defensive mechanics throughout the game.
Yeah.
You can't just rack the defensive thing you need anymore. I mean, that's why we're seeing gun lines blow up, right? You don't know, it's not like every faction has Windstorm and you have to fight against it now. Windstorm is rare, often not even available to your opponent. Or
and when they have
Signar,
they don't it's terrible. So.
Yep. Yeah, and deflection isn't all over for a new Signar, and
I seem to run into into casters' defensive spells constantly, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's just much less access. There's less universal access to defensive spells. So I think that's partly why the meta feels or the game feels just as aggressive as ever.
Well,
Okay.
like,
So you were asking about my game
yeah,
with Maxwell, with Max.
yeah. He was playing Bar Nova with 3 units of. I mean, he had a bunch of other stuff, but he had 3 units of Winter Corps infantry, which is interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. That's like uh her spell is called what? Invocation of Power?
Invocation of Wrath.
Invocation of Wrath, which gives signs importance to all attack rolls throughout your army. Um, it's an incredible force multiplier. Like it's like Carnage on steroids, right? So like
It
that, it's about worth +2
is it.
in
So is
most
it.
cases.
So it is it actually allow the Rat 5 rockets to actually hit?
Yeah, so I
Because
mean your Rat 5
that's the
rockets are
problem
like,
I see with that, the way he built his list, and I'm not saying anything against it, or I just don't understand the value of the rocket guys unless the enemy walks into their range and you can stand still and aim. It just doesn't make
I
sense to
mean,
me. Like,
it makes it a lot easier for them to hit, right? Like, do you think like I think Rat 7 would be considered good, and it like basically
yeah,
turns them up to Rat 7. Doesn't mean they always hit, sometimes they're behind cover or whatever, like, but it is like pretty darn solid. It turns the shock troopers, the gunners, like makes them go bananas. They have a Rat 6 spray, which they love, like getting signs of importance on. It's not like, an additional die on attack
yeah.
rolls,
You
like
don't have to sell
really
me. You
tunes
don't have
them
to sell
up.
me on them. They're fantastic.
Yeah, I think what I liked about the Winter Corps Infantry is it lets the list, it gives the list a ton of models. The actual like the non-rocket members, you can shoot those in two-man CRAs, right? So you get, they're like Rat 7, POW 12 with the additional accuracy. So they actually hit quite good. And then, they play this mini game where if your opponent doesn't kill the whole unit, you get to bring their non-rocket guys back.
And
And
non-standard bearer guy back. Yeah. The
yep,
grunts.
and that like I definitely we had a situation in our game where I couldn't do that, where I had to make a decision about what to kill, and I couldn't kill the last guy as he was left with a standard bearer, and he got to bring the unit back. So I mean, I thought I'm sure it's not the only way to play the list, right? Like,
Right.
and it's a good spell. Sometimes you don't want to play like trash. You want to buff. Well, sometimes you want to buff good stuff rather than bad stuff. But I think it's like a pretty reasonable list. I liked how it functioned a lot.
So
Um,
after the game, we were talking in our little discussion group that we have for leagues and things, and you mentioned that you were simulating trying to win by scenario and you chose not to kill his colossal. And so I thought that was I'm sure I've done stuff like it in the past, but not since Mark 3 or Mark 4 have I thought about like, well, I'm going to choose not to do X, and it sort of relates to that, to what Matt was talking about and what he said on some other podcasts, and when he was interviewing about the casual play packet, where some of those missions are like you're seeing what you have and what you need to play with, and you're choosing not to. You can't destroy something, or you have to kill the caster by assassination with your caster, or um, tell us about that, the logic of that, and why you chose to do that.
so let's see. So I guess I like do approach my league games as like practice games, right?
Right.
So I do want to win. I mean, I'm not a total masochist, but I like to try things out. So I want to try out like matchups I wouldn't normally play. So sometimes I'll like zig when I should zag. See.
Mm-hmm.
I may think a matchup is bad, but I'll like try to play it anyway just to kind of see if I'm right. In this case, like, I had one line of play where I could kill his colossal with my army. I think I diced it out later and it was like a 65 percenter. So,
Mm-hmm.
not great, but also not terrible. Like,
Right.
it's probably, even if I don't kill it, I leave it on a couple of boxes and it certainly dies the next turn. But I know that Firequill has a spell Shellfish Bullets that's like potentially really powerful. I haven't really taken advantage of it. I thought, maybe this would be a good game to try and see, like, can I just use Shellfish Bullets to, kind of keep him out of the scenario and win the game if he still has his Colossal alive? Like, I thought that would be like a worthy thing to practice doing. So I tried it, and uncomfortable at times, but I think it did work pretty good. He thought it was the right course of action, which I thought was neat. The Colossal did get a good amount of work done, but it also never scored a scenario point, which is like pretty problematic. It put a huge amount of scenario pressure on my opponent. So I learned a new way to play the list, and I thought that was fun.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's interesting, sort of approaching a game. I mean, I've been playing games to sort of practice and get to know my list as well. I mean, that's a pretty sort of common idea, but applying, I think it's interesting that you sort of chose to apply your own limitations to what you were doing, and seeing how it played with those limitations. And that's something I don't think I think about doing when I play.
Yeah, it can be challenging, but it can also help you find new ways to play.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what you need to play a matchup that you've never played before. Like if you can kind of intentionally put yourself in a situation that you might not have chosen, and then when you end up there by accident, it's not so bad. Plus, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm just noticing I forgot to paint so many toenails on these guys. I'm just going through them, and there are a lot of boarding party who did not get their toenails painted. So, and I really like painting the toenails.
I've started
For
painting
shame.
a unit of snipers, and I'm like, oh, I painted all the colors that I normally paint. I can now paint the metallics, right? And then I'm like, oh no, these guys have leather. These guys have white cloaks. These guys have special bases. They have more flesh than I'm used to. They have white fur. What? Why? Yeah, so I get that.
So can I do one more thing before we go?
Yeah, man.
So I think I was kind of mopey about trolls.
Okay.
It felt to me like they mostly just lost things in the update. And I think that's still true, but they still seem pretty darn fun to play. They still seem like they have a lot of tools. So I feel like I should say that maybe that they did hit the balance right for them. The Lockbash brothers are insane. I think I called out that they would be really good, but they are really, really good. Faction staple, they let the faction do something it could never do before, which is have a really durable unit. And by really durable, maybe the most durable unit in the game. I don't think that's that much of a stretch to claim that.
I mean, until they bring back Paladins of the Wall.
Paladins of the Order of the Wall? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They need those boys back.
Did they get sent to the forever? Did they get forever
Cold
banished?
Lands?
Yes.
Yeah. They're in the Cold Lands.
Unfortunate. They were the thing that drew me to play Menoth. So.
Yeah, it's just so the Lockbash brothers are defense 13, set defense, 30 total boxes, 10 each. Armor 20 when they're base to base, can't be moved by pushes, pulls, slams, any of that nonsense. And then they also can't be knocked down. And then they have Sanguine Bond, so they just do not die. It takes such a big commitment from your opponent to kill them.
So how does it feel that you guys steal everything from Menoth?
Oh, great. I would steal this again. We stole it from Retribution too. And yeah, this was a great thing to steal. A good pillaging opportunity for the Marauders. Boggity Bomb is still pretty fun. I think the thing I didn't understand is that they changed fuel for the flames, so instead of giving +2 to fire damage rolls, it's an additional die. And +2 wasn't very good, but additional die is actually pretty darn good, especially when you pick up Kruger. I think that those two changes make him pretty exciting. I'm having a lot of fun playing Kruger right now. So
Do you have fun painting
him? Some. He's one of those models where after I was done painting him, I wanted to strip him and start over. Does that make sense?
No.
Yeah.
I learned a lot painting him, and now I think I know how to paint him.
Hold on, Joe. Show me a picture of him fully painted. because I'm sending you that alternate mini crate. You can just send me Kruger, and I will send you the alternate mini crate.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes, because
I'm
our
not
hands
sure
on
I'm ready to repaint him yet, but because I need him for Adepticon. But yeah.
and
Oh,
and
okay.
you don't want to clean him again, right?
Yes, the cleaning of him was terrible. He was real bad, real bad.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
All
so
right.
Bognivan's
I
been
was gonna
fun.
make that offer.
It's kind of you. And then, I've been playing Firequill a lot. I was kind of mopey on him because he got a lot of side grades in my mind. Like, he doesn't do a lot of the things he used to do. Um, he used to be an ultra, like, accuracy fixer, and he doesn't do that anymore. But he's really good. Um, Boosted damage dice for all range attacks in your army it's really good. It
Insanity.
like really puts out a lot of damage in trolls. Um, I've been playing him with so I have the 3 boarding party units and the 2 fire spitter units, and the whole army is Prowl, AD, Pathfinder, Speed 6. Like if they go first, they just lodge themselves in the most annoying places, and then they threaten to alpha you top of one in the worst way. And you either take it, and if you don't, you hide your whole army and you become really behind on scenario. So it's fun. I haven't played like a pressure or a jam list this edition yet, and this is like definitely that kind of thing. So I'm enjoying playing him that way. I know people are playing him all sorts of different ways because he's pretty versatile. But I'm playing him the all gas no brakes kind of method. Think about like Mark II pirates, where the army's super fast and in your face, and you just got to deal with it. Um, I killed a maelstrom using boarding party shots.
Really?
Yeah, because they're POW 12, and the maelstrom was armor 19, so dice minus 7, and it's just 15 boosted POW 12s. And
So many.
it just like, it doesn't seem like it should work, but yeah, when you're only armor 19, yeah, it just rips through you. It was very, very good time. Good times. Okay, that's all my thoughts, Jay. Yeah.
All right. Alec, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Trying to think. I think I've hit everything. I just looked down and I realized my Discord is connected to my Xbox Live account, and currently I am playing Redfall on my Xbox in the other room.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
Yeah,
You gonna have to talk to anyone about that?
I'm gonna have to talk to my oldest son about that because he's supposed to be in
Yeah.
bed right now.
Oh, man.
And I have all the lights off in the computer recording room, so
Mm-hmm.
he probably doesn't realize I'm awake right now.
Oh, man.
So,
Sneaky,
So War Machine,
sneaky.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're at that point now. We're like his age, where he's, yeah, um,
He can do things.
yeah. Let's see. What am I planning on stuff or things like that? I'm
yeah.
planning on um getting finally getting my butt off and painting the small amount of grave diggers that I have and getting them fully painted and recording it. I was able to put a new capture card in the computer, so I can now capture at 120 frames a second at 4K. Not that I probably
Ooh.
really need to do that. Um, this is the computer that I'm going to be bringing to Nova, though, so that I can record games there and stream there. But I want to get the Gravediggers painted because that's another army that, even if I'm not using them, because new Menoth is being announced at Adepticon, um, that I have some stuff for the YouTube channel, but also it's more stuff to have at the game store for someone to come in and see, a decently painted army and be like, hey, what's that? That's not 40K. That's not, Marvel Crisis Protocol. What is that? Oh,
Mhm.
well, that's Warmachine. And, get people talking about it. And so that is the plan in the next few weeks, is to try to speed paint. I might try to speed paint weapons because I have, so many different weapons to paint and just crush through them and go my jacks and then go and start painting some of the units, and then finally I'll finish out with Serena, or I'll finish up with Hasker and stuff like that, or Vargas, so that because I'll actually put some some time and love into those guys.
Yeah, you want to spend a little bit extra there. That makes sense.
Yep. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, and then of course I'm still gonna be playing more War Table games because there is no community here unless I want to drive 90 minutes, which I don't want to when it's really bad snow. I don't want to
There's only
drive
90
30
feet of
minutes.
snow, so yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want to drive 30 minutes in bad snow. I really don't want to drive 90 minutes each way in bad snow. So I've just been doing War Table games against friends and stuff like that, which is fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be painting Winter Corp. I'm trying to get them done by the end of March. The whole army, and switch and start painting Old Lumber again, probably.
Heck yeah.
Get them. May or may not stick with Winter Corp through the end of the year. I may switch over. I don't know. I'm working on trying to get a Gorger right now. Trying to get Atlantis. I have a bunch of credited Atlantis, so I'm trying to get them to be able to get one for me. And they've figured out they can't order it directly, but they're going to Gamma and talking to them directly next week. So they're going to try and get me one at Gamma.
Oh, nice. Just like
If
pick
not,
one up
I'll
and bring it
probably.
home.
Yeah, effectively. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. All right. So I think we've reached the end of our discussion. Just sort of talking about what we've been trying out and playing and how much we like 4.5. And that's what we're sticking to calling it. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can check us out. There's a bunch of new photos of Joe's models and shortly some of my models on Instagram.
Woohoo!
Yep. So yeah, I built a display board, and as I'm getting stuff finished, I'm taking photos on the board and trying to get some shots with some of the terrain stuff we have that matches it. So, all right.
It's awesome.
Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been Jay.
And Alec.
And Joe.
Bye.